everyone, my name is Jamal Applegate, and today I'll be sharing a little bit about a barrier my school faces via this presentation titled Transforming Engagement Strategies to Support Families with Limited Time and Competing Demands. This presentation is grounded in Joyce Epstein's family engagement framework and focuses on shifting our practices to meet families where they are. We will begin by looking at barriers to family participation, especially those related to time, work schedules, and home responsibilities. Then we'll explore Joyce Epstein's framework for involvement and how it guides our understanding of school, family, and community partnerships. Finally, we'll walk through a strategic research-based plan for making engagement more flexible, accessible, and supportive for families with competing demands. Many families genuinely want to be involved in their child's education, but real-life barriers often get in the way. Tight work schedules, childcare responsibilities, transportation issues, and simply just not having enough hours in the day, which I'm sure we can all empathize with. Goodall and Montgomery's 2014 research titled Parental Involvement to Parental Engagement: A Continuum emphasizes that families, especially those facing financial stress or systemic barriers, show strong interest in supporting their children. But traditional school-based engagement opportunities don't always match their realities. The key takeaway is this: low participation does not mean low interest. It means schools need to rethink how we offer involvement opportunities. Epstein's model helps us do exactly that, rethink providing access for families. She emphasizes in her 2019 edition, School, Family, and Community Partnerships, Student Economy Edition, Preparing Educators and Improving Schools, that schools, families, and communities all play interconnected roles in student success. When these three groups actively collaborate, students benefit academically, socially, emotionally. Her framework outlines 6 types of involvement: parenting, communicating, volunteering, learning at home, decision-making, and collaborating with the community. These categories give schools a structure for addressing family needs and removing barriers. Today, we have 3 areas of focus: parenting, volunteering, and learning at home. It is my belief that these are the areas with the greatest potential impact for families with limited time. So our first focus is parenting, which includes efforts to help families support learning at home and connect with the school community. One strategy is parent workshops, which is offered by a place called Parent University, located super local to me in Syracuse. When I heard about this, it just was so amazing to me. They host workshops and sessions for families and build on their strengths and prior knowledge while helping them understand academic expectations and social emotional development. Flexible scheduling and online options make them even more accessible. I thought this was just so amazing. Another powerful support that I read about in my research was the idea of a family resource center located somewhere on campus, a dedicated space in the school on campus for families to meet informally, access information, and connect with teachers and community organizations. As Matt notes in Having Their Say, parents describe why and how they are engaged in their children's learning. When families feel welcomed, engagement naturally increases. I thought this was simply wonderful. Imagine a hub where parents can informally speak with school staff about the resources that they and their children, families may need, and also get tips and tricks. It's just an amazing idea. And lastly, community partnerships extend the school's reach. Businesses, nonprofits, and agencies can help with events, provide resources, or support programming that strengthens family-school relationships. Anderson's 2019 work shows how these partnerships create new structures that invite families in without placing extra demands on their time, which is detailed in her report, Innovative Examples of Community Involvement in Schools. Together, these strategies help schools support families in ways that fit their schedules, routines, and needs. Our next area is volunteering, but not in the traditional sense. Many families simply cannot come to school during the day. So instead of expecting in-person involvement, we can expand what volunteering looks like. This is my most favorite thing that I've uncovered. I've taught as a teacher for quite some time now, and it never dawned on me. Virtual volunteering. It allows parents to participate through Zoom or Google Meet or whatever program, reading to students, assisting with activities, or joining classroom events from home or work. How amazing to grant access into the classroom without being physically present. Families can also take on an at-home volunteer task, such as preparing materials, organizing field trips and class parties, updating the class websites, or helping with Google Classroom updates with resources and materials. I know as a middle school math teacher, I could personally use some assistance with updating Google Classroom with the plethora of resources. They can also donate supplies or assist with celebrations, as stated before. As Bantaveris reminds us in 5 tips for engaging parent volunteers in the classroom, seeing parents as essential team members, not just on-site helpers, creates more meaningful engagement and opens new pathways for participation that fit into busy family lives. The takeaway, you don't have to be physically present to be really engaged, really involved, and feeling like you're a member of the team. The third focus area is learning at home, which can be one of the most effective and flexible forms of engagement. One approach is homemade homework, where assignments center on family routines like cooking, budgeting, storytelling, or shared tasks. I love this. As a math teacher, bridging that gap between math instruction and real-life application, it's invaluable. Walker and colleagues describe in their research title, Why Do Parents Become Involved in Their Children's Education? Implications for School Counselors. This reduces stress and helps families feel confident in supporting school learning. Lavery and Hayward in The Benefits of a Flipped Classroom, a guide for parents, offer another strategy, flipped learning, where students explore new content at home through short videos or slideshows while practice happens at school. This structure keeps families informed without placing heavy academic pressure on them. I just love this. So many times, us parents are wondering what our students are learning in school. This is a great opportunity to push that out into the home. We can also use homework choice boards, which have been around for a while, which offer multiple options so families can choose what works for their schedules and their interests. Allen and Phillips show that choice boards boost motivation and support meaningful family interaction around learning in their article titled Using Choice Boards to Boost Student Engagement. Together, these approaches strengthen the bridge between school and home without adding any additional burden or requiring any additional time. So what can we expect? When schools adopt flexible, research-based engagement approaches, the outcomes are powerful. Families are participating more consistently, access to engagement opportunities increase, responsibility for learning is shared, stress decreases for families and for teachers, partnerships become stronger, and most importantly, student achievement improves. As highlighted in recent research and discussed in the article, ways schools are encouraging parental involvement, schools that make engagement inclusive see measurable gains across the board. To support long-term impact, we can use ongoing feedback from our school community. This includes brief surveys for families and students, stakeholder meetings and informal discussion circles with families, and teacher reflections on student achievement. By tracking data over time, we can adjust our strategies and strengthen partnerships. In closing, supporting families with limited time isn't about offering more programs. It's about offering better, more flexible, and more thoughtful programs. By grounding our work in Epstein's framework and intentionally reducing barriers, we can create partnerships that uplift every family and support every learner. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.